The Lord of the Rings, The Battle of the Last Alliance. After the great island of Numenor was flooded, the sea swallowed up Sauron's body, and so the Dark Lord lost his shell. But this is not the end. It is only the beginning of a great and colorful story, or in the land of Mordor. In the flames of the Mountain of Doom, Sauron created a single ring to rule the world. He was not stopped and will never be stopped by death as long as the ring lives. He united his spirit, which will be bound to the ring forever. But that is why he was able to stay in Middle-earth. Sauron began to revive in the fortress of Barad-dûr, where the ring was hidden and his faithful servants were waiting for him. The Dark Lord was regaining his strength every day, but he could not fully recover. He was a spirit without form and body, without his former strength. So Sauron needed a powerful army without fear and pity, ready only to destroy and uncompromisingly obey his orders. And he began to gather armies of people, orcs and other servants. Having restored and consolidated his power in Mordor, he sent an army to the Gondor. With one hand he captured the fortress of Minas Ithil, also known as the Fortress of the Moon, later called Minas Morgul. With the other hand, the Dark Lord decided to capture Osgiliath, a city stretching onto the banks of the Great Anduin. But the forces of the Gondorians successfully restrained the advance of Sauron's armies. Elendil, the High King of the Dúnedain and the United Kingdoms of Gondor and Arnor, entered into an alliance with the High King of the Elves, Gil-galad, and in 3430 of the Second Era the last alliance of elves and men was formed. The dwarves of Moria also joined the alliance. The first bloody battle took place on the plains of Dogorlad, where Sauron's troops were destroyed, so the right decision was to send the armies of the last alliance further to the center of the Dark Force. The army marched to besiege Mordor. Capturing fortress after fortress, the alliance lost too many beautiful men. Elves and dwarves, they simultaneously mourned the dead and rejoiced in their victories. Finally, the allied armies reached the capital of Mordor, Barad-dûr, but the Dark Forces did not submit, and after a 7-year siege, Sauron accumulated enough strength to take the battle personally, seeing no other way out. His power was incredible. The ring strengthened him and gave him almost divine strength. Thousands of brave warriors who have survived dozens of battles in recent years, including generals and kings, seemed unstoppable. But no one would have been able to tell this story if the dark side led by the monster had won. In 3441, Sauron fought a duel with Elendil and Gil-galad and killed them both. Elendil's sword broke under him when the king fell. However, the almighty Sauron was caught by fate. He sealed with the future king of Gondor and honor, grabbing the arm of the Narshal fragment. He tore the ring of power from Sauron's hand and took the precious trophy with a spark of greed in his eyes. The battle of the last alliance ended, but it was not the end of the story.